Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions, and this is how I made a little bit over $1,000 today. So this is the TD Ameritrade Think or Swim platform. This is the platform that I use. It's not one that you have to use. Feel free to Google it and YouTube it to learn a little bit more about it. As you guys can see, I traded two ETFs, DWT and DGAS. I felt like we had a really great live stream within the Learn Plan Profit team this morning. Although during that live stream, I did not take, I might have taken one successful trade, but I ended up taking a loss on DGAS, and it was a very small loss. Actually, I think it was on DWT. So we could go back to the live stream. If you're part of the Learn Plan Profit team, you could rewatch that. End of the day, I had a total of $1,088. Shortly after that, what ended up happening, and one of the things that I really want to focus on today was that I just kept making, in my opinion, so many mistakes. So I'll show you this very quickly. This is I made $1,046.80 on DWT, and then on DGAS, I made $42. I ended up cutting losses on DGAS. I was down $117. I ended up cutting losses at around 152.37, and then literally 2 minutes after I sold, I walked out, right? It just was consolidating for too long, and it just wasn't going according to my plan. Again, none of this happened when I decided to cut losses. This is all I had to go off of, and it was trading in between the middle and bottom view up. So it was showing signs of an uptrend, of a downtrend pattern, and because the RSI and the MACD indicated signs that it was a little bit more on the overbought side, I decided to simply cut losses. It was $117. Again, it's all about managing that risk. So I decided to cut losses. Shortly after that, it picked up, volume, started to spike up. I did not partake in any of that. So and again, it's kind of just that emotional roller coaster, right? You get dragged along, it doesn't go according to plan, you cut losses, and then it just shoots up. And yes, you can't control that, but it kind of just, emotionally just kind of hits you, right? Moved on from that, right? Moved on to DWT. Did a really good job with DWT. Originally made if you guys follow me on Instagram, I showed exactly like what I saw value. And if you're part of the Learn Plan Profit group, go to the trade ideas section. But on my Instagram, feel free to follow me. I only have one Instagram account. I have 113,000 followers. I showed when I locked in profits on DWT, and I made $933 on my initial trade. I locked in profits, and then it began to consolidate. I took another position, and again, this was my fault. And it was just, all it was doing was kind of consolidating. Natural gas was consolidating. As you guys can see right here, it was just consolidating as this thing, where was it? As it became, as it came right around this general area, all it was doing was kind of just flatlining. My entry point wasn't the best, and again, that's my fault. It was kind of just consolidating, and as soon as I locked in profits at $925, which was not a lot of money, again, I was already up $933, and I ended the day on DWT at $1,046. I kid you not, minutes after I sold at 925, DWT shot up. Again, this is just something that you can't control. I just started to notice that I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about my day. Truly thankful, truly blessed. For those that have watched me trade, we had an amazing live stream within the Learn Plan Profit group this morning, and we had a lot of fun, and we're covering a lot of best practices. I just wanted to simply talk about the idea that I kept feeling like the market was just not in my favor today. I would take certain trades, they weren't going according to plan. There's very few that did, and I just didn't want to give back any of the profits that I already made. So because of that, I decided to stop trading for today. And why is it that I'm deciding to do that? Well, in my experience, and again, this is all I'm speaking out of, in my experience, when I continue to try to force these trades, especially when I'm having, in a sense, a rough day trying to identify entries and exits, I tend to make mistakes. I'll begin to revenge trade, and I know a lot of you guys can relate to me on this. And because of that, I simply decided to call it a day. I traded for about 4 hours. I made a little bit over $1,000 profit. That's great. Still super thankful, and I'm just going to move on from there. I had an amazing week last week. I had an amazing week the week before, and I just want to make sure that we continue this momentum of staying green. And I just don't want to give back any of my profits, especially when the easiest way for me to put it, my mindset is already so frustrated because of how things played out with my series of trades that are out of my control. And I understand that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to step away, call it a day, and move on from there. So that's my recap for today. Just simply wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to see if you guys have a couple of questions. But yeah. yeah, I mean, that's really just it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that we earned your thumbs up. I also did want to let you know that due to the inconvenience of the lag for the Sunday stock talk yesterday, I know a lot of you guys didn't get to participate in the sale that we were running, which is the biggest sale ever. So you heard me talk about them within this live stream. It's the Learn Plan Profit group. They get to watch me trade live every single morning. They get to get access to the Learn Plan Profit lesson library, and also it's the biggest sale ever. So it's $76 off. It's going to be the second link in the description when and if you feel ready. It's going to be open until 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today. So if you want to take advantage of that deal, there it is. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Really looking forward to trading live with you guys again tomorrow. And again, if you would like to work with me on a closer basis, that is the only option that I offer. You can feel free to join our free Facebook group. We have over 212,000 members all across the world, and we're the largest one out there for those who trade in the stock market. So we would love to stay connected. Again, all the links are down below. I simply want to remind you that there's a bunch of fake accounts on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube that try to ask for personal information. I want you to know that I never message you first. I never email you first. None of that stuff. The links are down below. If you want to work with me on a closer basis, that is the only option that I offer. I don't trade for other people. I don't sell signals. Nothing like that. I work with you to to become a self-sufficient trader, and that's the goal. It does take time. It does take hard work, but if you're willing to put it in, then we can definitely make sure that we do our part in making it happen. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope that you ended your Monday on a green note, and like always, continue working hard, continue following your dreams, let your passion be what drives your success. What is going on, Isaac? And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.